Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Domas. Today, I wanted to speak to you or read to you something I wrote about the word maybe and the things that I wrote about the word maybe. Um, Hope you like it, and if you like what you're hearing, subscribe, share this information. Um, Trying to get to 400 subscribers at the moment, and I would really appreciate your help. But without further ado, I'm reading out about the word maybe. The word maybe. I use this word a lot. Perhaps it shows that I'm rarely sure of the things I'm saying, or maybe I dream a lot. When I journal, I use this word in the beginning of a sentence in order to create a brighter future. How do I do it? I usually journal out all my stresses, things I'm worried about that might happen that would have bad consequences. Then at the lowest point, I think, maybe that's not how things will turn out at all. Maybe it will be way better. For example, I'm learning and practicing massage therapy at the moment. This morning I saw a picture of an AI robot masseuse, and it made me think, here we go, another machine replacing human work. Then automatically the things I'm learning started to seem pointless. But then maybe came along. I thought, maybe there will be a bigger need for a human connection. Maybe a person can feel or know things about the patient's body that a robot can't. Maybe it's a lot to do with the instinct. So in this case, maybe came along and saved the day. Perhaps it's ignorance, but I should start learning about AI. And I should start learning about AI. The sooner the better. Maybe I will. But we have a saying in Lithuania, that which you learn you will not carry on your shoulders. So that applies to all learning. Maybe I have been turning a blind eye on technologies, and maybe I'm just that type of human being that likes a human touch to things. Actually, everything around us is human made, except nature. But I bet somewhere it is being created right now. Is everything going to be replaced by a machine soon? And maybe machine made things? 3D printed food, AI husbands and wives, and maybe even kids. Maybe there will be a split between humans who use and depend on robots and those who completely deny technology. Maybe that split is already happening. Or maybe humans and machines will get along and live happily ever after. Are we happy? Is happiness the main reason to live? I'm an advocate for a human touch. I can't help it. There is something special about people, the unpredictability of us. I never depended too much on technology. The mere fact that without electricity all our devices would be useless always stands firm in my mind. Maybe I'm preparing for an apocalypse, or maybe it has started already. Just because there isn't war in my country doesn't mean that it will always be like this. Greed takes over. But maybe one day people will realize that they can't eat money, that we are not so different after all. Maybe our children will be and are already smarter than us, and we should listen to them carefully and not destroy their beautiful minds with our ignorance. Maybe the medicine is in the nature around us and not in the petroleum based pills we eat every day. Maybe the problem is in our brains, our hearts, and not outside of us where we can barely change anything. We change our cars into better ones. We change houses, earn more and more in order to be safer, and we only feel more unsafe, creating the enemy outside of ourselves and not dealing with the one within us. Maybe. That word will haunt me forever, and I'm glad it will. There's hope in that word. They say hope is the mother of fools, but I'd rather be a fool than hopeless. I will always think about nature. I don't consider myself as a hippie, but there is a piece of me that will always advocate for nature. Things will get worse before they will get better. I live in a country that sells most of their forests to other countries, and then we have to pay high prices for heating in the winter. Why? Just to earn more money? What will happen when all the trees are gone? People will leave and there will be no people living in this country just because there will be no more oxygen to breathe, no more beautiful pine-filled Lithuania. Maybe we will regrow the forests. It takes 50 years to grow a proper tree, even more. Why? Just to get it cut down. Maybe the Native Americans are right when they say that they are observing the present Americans destroy themselves so they so the land will go back to the natives as it was in the beginning. I think man should live one with nature and not against it. But as George Carlin said, the planet isn't going anywhere. We are. The planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas, a surface nuisance. How did we get from a word maybe to global problems? Maybe that's the great maybe of us. Maybe we'll survive. Maybe we won't. Maybe there will be a few cockroach like human beings who will start rebuilding everything after a nuclear war has ended and both parties destroyed one another. What the hell is going on in the world? Exactly. What the hell? It's hell and it's not when you don't look at it. As we say, there is no problem if you don't see it, but we know that's not exactly true. There are many problems we don't see in ourselves, especially psychological ones. I think the more a human does wrong to the outer world, the more his inner world suffers too. We might not see it, but it's there, in plain sight. Little kids get given iPhones at the age when they should be running around playing, just so they would behave, be quiet. Maybe not all the kids, but you see it more and more. Maybe I'm being pessimistic in this aspect and I should look at the bright side. Maybe there are people waking up, and I do like to believe in that. The problem is in us. We need to dig deeper, to find what the real truth for each and every one of us is. Maybe it's spending more time with the kids than being on the phone. When you ask old people what they would change about their lives if they could, even millionaires said that they would spend more time with their children, wives. I know it's probably ironic hearing and seeing these words on a computer or phone, and I'm failing to deliver them in person. But I observe the real world and reflect it back to you through this screen, through my own perspective. Maybe something will stick to your consciousness. Maybe you'll go outside more to breathe in the fresh air, or play with with your children more, or even play yourselves. Or maybe you will hug your close ones more. Maybe I don't know what will happen in the near or distant future. I can just guess and use the word maybe more often in order to hope for a better tomorrow and maybe build it in this way. Maybe that's how great ideas are born. Maybe you have the tools to build that better tomorrow, even if it is for your immediate surroundings. Maybe we are those chosen ones that have everything in our hands. Maybe we can start with ourselves and clean our own rooms first before fixing the world. Maybe that is the world. It's us. I know I have probably fed you up enough with that word. So let's decide. No more maybes, just yeses for a better future. I talked to my mom this morning as I was saying goodbye to my parents as they left back to Norway where they live and work. My mom asked me to stop smoking, and I immediately started acting like a child, protecting this habit of mine that does no good, harms me, and is a total waste of money. So I decided I will start with that. I will quit smoking. I will clear my room from all the unnecessary things which clutter my brain as well as my space. I'll start with me. It won't be easy. Nothing is. But I got myself into this mess. I will get myself out of it. I'm not a child anymore. And it's hard to admit that often I act like one. Maybe it's my stpd nature, but I'm not my diagnosis. Things can change and they are changing, starting now. I wish you all the best in your personal shifts and changes. Always here for you. Lots of love and good vibes. Take care. Peace. So that's the piece about maybe. Maybe you found something useful in this and you would like to share this with your close ones. I'm just writing thoughts out of my head, whatever comes to my mind. I'm not looking anywhere on the internet, even though I probably should, but I think it would be more informed. But I'm just sharing my perspective. So if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you do agree, also let me know. We're building this community together. So I appreciate any little gesture that you make. Even a view is amazing. So I really appreciate your input and thank you for spending the time with me. As always, here for you. Lots of love and take care. Have a great day, morning, evening, nighttime, and I'll catch you in the next one. Much love. Peace.